We finally have some new information about the custom servers, and we'll hopefully be stitching together old information, this new information, to get a better picture as to what's happening with Rust custom servers finally. And we are talking about Rust Console Edition for the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, next generations, and everything in between. And of course, I'm Jade Monkey. Okay, so what happened? What's going on? We did get a Rust dev blog today, and it did address specifically the custom servers. So let's go over it. What does it all mean? Testing community servers. The moment has arrived. In October, we're gearing up for our first community server test. This first test will be a stress test on a dedicated number of servers to evaluate their performance. If you want to take part in it, all you need is access to public testing branch. We're still finalizing the starting date for the test, so be sure to keep an eye out on the Discord and Twitter pages for the updates in the near future, or if you're already subscribed with notifications to my channel, you'll be good to go. You know we're going to be all over this. It's possible we will conduct more tests following this one, but progress is being made, and we are extremely excited to finally be able to deliver this highly requested feature. We can't wait for you all to dive in. Okay, so what does this all mean? Initially, I thought this would just roll out, but it looks like we are going to go into a testing staging branch phase, which will be very similar to the playtest that we've had in the past. Essentially, they're saying this is the first playtest for the community servers, but let's be real. We've seen the other ones, and like the other playtests and stuff, like the other stress tests. We've specifically called out those features, but it's cool that I think we're going to get a variety of these things. Now, as far as how many, it'll be kind of hard to say. But all right, well, actually, let's actually go back here and talk about some of these breakdowns. Now, I think what it's going to be is a variety of servers. Where do we have the other one? I think it's over here. So I think it's going to be things like they could give us different flavors, right? They could do solo, duo, trio servers. They could give us the scheduled PvP servers, maybe aim assist, who knows? Bi-weekly is PvPs, who knows? But I think what they're going to do here is really turn up a lot of the parameters, I think is what's going to happen. Maybe they'll have a 5x, 10x server. Maybe there'll be a 4K, 5K server. Maybe they'll really up the population. I think all of these are definitely a possibility, because what they're really testing for is stability across all platforms. Remember, we're covering like what? Is it at least 5 platforms, 4 platforms, something like that? Like an insane amount of platforms that have a lot of differences. So really, they're going to be pushing on the boards to make sure that it's very consistent and stable across all platforms. I don't think next gens will have any problems. PlayStation 5, the Series X, obviously those are good to go. So they really need to make sure that it's an even keel for everybody. I think that's what this is all about. Now, I think we're going to get a flavor of some of the different things we'll be able to do, which I'm very excited for. I don't think we'll have access to admin panels, or if we do, it'll be very limited. Maybe we'll get to see some of it. But I don't think we'll see, like, we'll be able to touch like the server-wide gift, spawn, no clip, Gmod, teleportation. I think we'll see zoning. I just don't think we'll be able to manipulate those things. We'll have like permissions and stuff. And again, we've seen this in older playtests, like when they had the moving cargo ship that was PvP, but the whole map was PvE. Then they turned the whole map onto PvP, including the cargo ship, which is essentially a moving monument, which is pretty crazy. So we'll be able to string together a lot of really cool stuff when we actually have the custom servers themselves. And you've heard me talk about this before, but it's worth noting, because a lot of people are asking me like, hey, do we have mods for any of these servers? No, technically no. But do we have a lot of parameters that we can mess with to create an experience that we want? Yes. You know, going back to that like PvE or even PvP scheduled, or even like you can just go into the server and like make an arena. We'll be doing stuff like that on one of our custom servers. We'll have like an event server that we live stream from. We'll be doing that. We'll build an arena ourselves. We'll be in admin mode and we'll be flying around, and then we'll spawn things in where people can actually like, you know, fight in the arena. So yes, that's more manual, but like as far as official mods, no. Mods are like moderators here in this case. I don't think we'll have those types of mods. I could be wrong, but everything's kind of pointing to that direction. That's typically how it is for consoles. But again, we'll kind of have to see how all of this shakes out. But there should be in place a system that helps detect the mouse and keyboard stuff, that trash. I don't know if we'll see it in this test, but there should be something in place. Not really sure what that's going to look like, but hopefully some ban relief or some relief from the Zen players, not the Xbox, but was it Zen? The mouse and keyboard fools, the adapters, all that trash. So, you know, we won't be allowing it on our servers, obviously. So I think a lot of people will be doing the same thing. So this is going to bring in a lot of different custom server stuff that people have wanted. Solo duo trio servers to get or alleviate the whole Zerg situation, which has been insane. But I mean, that is kind of the climate of Rust. But I mean, having custom servers giving you the environment that you want to play in also helps a lot. I mean, that's what we have on PC. So people that get Zerged out of their minds definitely jump to some of the other flavors. Sometimes people just want to play PvE servers, and that's totally fine. Anyways, I digress. So let's go back here. We don't know what the pricing is going to be. I would assume we'll have different tiers. Now, this old screenshot here is definitely not going to be correct. This just gives you a general idea. So like those specific parameters there, I don't think are going to be like 1 to 50. I think we'll be able to turn it up to 100 if we want to. A lot of these things we already know the maps can be a lot bigger. But what I'm trying to point out here is the silos here. So we have green and orange. I think we'll have different pricing tiers to kind of help with the, you know, the cost and stuff, because we'll have to pay for these from month to month. And again, if you don't want to pay for these month to month, I totally understand. You can also join somebody else's custom server, or we'll be running at least 2 of them. We'll be running a bi-weekly standard rates, maybe slightly boosted, maybe like a 2x or like a 1.5 or something. But like we'll be running a bi-weekly server, just standard official type stuff. Then we'll be running an event server as well. So if you don't want to pay for these, you can always join us if you really want to. And we'll be making sure that we're banning people that are using Zen, Chronos, or any mouse and keyboard adapter. I don't care what the name is. If you're using a mouse and keyboard adapter, I'm just going to assume that you can also script, but it really doesn't matter, because like we'll just get rid of all of them. So like that's how our servers are going to be run. So again, if you don't want to pay that money, you're good to go with one of our servers, at least 2, possibly more. We'll kind of have to wait and see what people want. Jeez, I'm having a stroke. Okay, so I think we'll see some of this interface stuff again. I think I covered this here. But I think we'll see some of these breakdowns and stuff, but I don't think we'll have access to the actual admin panel. I could be wrong. That'd be cool if we did. Maybe Pedro and gang can maybe hook us up. Maybe we can get into a server and maybe showcase some of that stuff. That'd be really cool. I'll try to make a contact. No promises, because typically we don't really get special treatment like that. So I will definitely try, but if we do, we'll be sure to broadcast it and make a video out of it. So, you know, be sure to stop by for that. But yeah, we're super excited for this. It looks like any week now, or any day now in October, hopefully earlier than later, we're going to see that test. And then I think the rollout's going to happen pretty quickly after that. I don't think we really have to wait for much more than that, unless there's some kind of like big error or something they have to fix. But I see this moving rather quickly. I don't think this will sit in testing stage and branch for like months. I don't think so. Because this is different than the content pieces as well. So just mad exciting. I had to get it out there because, I mean, we're just out of our minds for this. So many people are waiting for this. So many people have stopped playing because they want to jump in and have a custom server. They want to get rid of the Zergs, all the cheating and stuff. So we get it. So we just want to make sure that it was out there and that you guys know what's going on. So really, just set your calendars for any time in October, because we don't know the specific time, but it's going to happen relatively soon. I think it's going to happen quick. So if you're excited for Rust Console Edition like we are, we do have a leg up on some Rust Mini Heli information. So I've already done a video on that. If you want to check it out, you can see it on the end screen there. And hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Love you. Bye.